Alright, I'm going to be installing a holster mount inside the car. This is just a Blackhawk for Glock 27. Let's go ahead and do the safety check. This is one of my everyday carries. You can see down in there. Chamber's cleared. Okay. Put that aside. And you see, this fits in there pretty nice. I'm right-handed, and so all my holsters are right-handed. But since I'm going to be mounting this in the car, I got a left-handed mount. And I guess let me show you where I'm going to be doing that. Hang on a second. Okay, this is on a Cadillac CTS 03 model. As some of you may know, I work out of my car, and my job doesn't allow me to carry whenever I go into different stores and things. I guess if it came down to it and I really wanted to fight and push the issue, I don't think they could really tell me not to carry whenever I go into a public store or business. But I do sit in my car a lot on the computer at different times, and you know, you always want to be aware of your surroundings, but not all the time that's possible whenever you're looking down on your computer working. So it could put me into dangerous situations. So ideally, I wanted to mount this like right here. That way, we'll hold that. That way, if I want, I could draw straight up from here. But I have this mounted here. My wife, she doesn't drive my car that often, but every once in a blue moon, she might drive it. And she's so short that she has to scoot the seat up, and it comes clear up to, no joke, probably right around in here. And then with her leg, there's really no room right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to move my GPS over, but I'm going to wind up mounting this right here. I think this will be a pretty good spot for it. I'll still be able to withdraw it, hopefully without too much issue. And also, whenever the gun is in there, it should be covered up pretty good, not only by the steering column, but by my leg also. But anyway, so that's where we're at now. What I got to do is, you can see that this doesn't sit flush. So I have a heat gun, and I'm going to heat it up enough and hopefully flatten that out. Come over to show you what I've got here. Got my makeshift work bench. So yeah, basically I'm going to heat that up and flatten that down with the heat gun. I got some screws I'm going to use. It's a receipt, but here we go. So I got these are pretty fat and short with these washers here. You can kind of see how flat that sits on there. So with that'll go in here. Let's see. I'll wind up removing these, but that still gives me that much. I don't want to go too deep because I don't know exactly what's behind that, and I'd hate to hit a computer or I don't know, something. That would just suck. But I'm also going to canter this and tilt it just a little, see how much I can tilt it anyways. I may not be able to do that much, but anyways, I'll get back with you. But that's what I'm going to be using to mark the console before I drill. since these are so big, and I think these would self-tap right in there, but I think since it's so big, it could crack that plastic. So I'm just going to get a small screw, or a small drill, and let's see what size this is. It's probably a 7, no, 1/4 inch. So I'll probably get like an 8 or something like that. That should still give it plenty of meat to bite onto. Alright, let's let's try and flatten this out. I'm mainly going to do it just kind of on the corners. Probably flat enough. Yeah, this thing is. Yeah, you can see how hot that gets, but and then this right here controls your release, like how tight you want it in there. So supposedly you tighten up that screw, makes it a little harder to pull in and out, which I kind of like that right there. Oh, and just so everybody knows, I don't know whenever I made that last video about painting it, but it's still perfect. So, alright, I'll let this finish cooling down, and I'll mark the holes and drill it in the console, and it should be pretty much done. Thanks. Okay, so change of plans. I went back to the normal positions here, because whenever I tilted that over, it tilted it this way, and I'd only be able to get one screw in there, and so I want as many, I want to get at least both of them in there. So I think with this, I'll be able to actually tilt the mount itself, and then mark it where I want it. So let's I guess let's go do that now. Okay, so this is where I'm going with it, and I probably won't film this just because I want all my, I'm going to have a pin in here, and I want to make sure that I don't mess up. But it's going to go about right there. I'll probably put it about right there. So, and that still gives me plenty of mounting, or hopefully I can still mount that. So, get back with you. Okay, so here we are. That's where I decided to mount, or at least punch the holes in. So, what we got for that. Again, this is a 1/4 inch screw, and I'm going to use this. I think this was a 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, this will be 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to barely go in, just enough to, however thick that plastic is, which will probably only be about that thick. I'm just going to go that far in. That way it'll prevent me from screwing up too much. So, alright, get back with you. Okay, so again, here's the holes. I'm going to use this center punch to, I guess, help. I think that bit is pretty sharp anyways, but this will prevent it from rolling too much. But so, all right, here goes nothing. And this car has, I think I have close to 160,000 miles on it now. So I'm not really worried about me selling this and not getting, you know, as much money back as I can. If it came down to it and I wanted to cover this up for whatever reason, I could put some kind of caulking on it, and then just once that caulking dried, put the paint it black, or you know, whatever, and that would be plenty enough to disguise it, because even as it is now with that, I'll try and get that white off actually, and I'll get a longer screwdriver, so let's go do that. With those 4 little dots right there, even with them being holes, it's going to be hard to see unless, well, 1, because of where it's at, and then 2, it's just 4 little holes, so it's not that big a deal. I'm going to use some shop rag and carb cleaner. I use that for everything. But anyways, and then once you use the what you call it, back up here. Anyways, once you put that caulking on there and you paint it black, you really won't be able to see that. Just dab a little bit. Alrighty. So let's get down to it. Get the screws. Like that. So let's see here. Hang on a minute. Maybe to kind of cut threads in first, maybe. Sort of, kind of. Let me get a better screwdriver. Let's check this now, see how hard it is to put in. Oh yeah. I don't know if you saw that, but it started to lighten up right there like it was cracking. That should be perfect. Yeah, I like that. Oh, easier for you to see, not for me.
She said no.
Yeah, certainly.
And I did.
Good job.
She didn't say, I don't care. Ask your daddy. She didn't say that.
Okay.
Are you filming?
Yep.
Are you really gonna crush that guy? No one will see that because the steering wheel is walking. But you can see it. Is millions of people gonna see this? Oh, yeah.
That'd be nice.
You know you're getting holes in your car?
Mm-hmm.
So you're okay with that?
Well, in this situation, yes.
What about, aren't you gonna do that on Mommy's side too? So she one?
Nah.
She can put it on the side.
Alright.
Now the only thing is...
Okay, let's go check the fitment.
Look at the what?
Alright, so we already safety checked this. Brock, you wanna put this in the car?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Safety check.
Okay. You want me to safety check it or you?
Yeah, you.
Okay. Hold this. Hold the camera, sure. Okay. Here, let's back this up. Oops. Okay, so remember, we're gonna check it. What's in there?
No bullets.
Okay. Point it. What are we doing?
Point it in a safe direction and shoot.
Okay. So this is safe to handle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's still, we still treat it as what?
It's loaded.
Okay. So come on over here. Now let's shoot again. Okay, go ahead and sit down. And put the gun in there.
I'm trying not to hit.
Push it in there further. There you go. All right. Okay, step out and we'll see how well it works. So here it is. I still reaching there. Pull it right in, pull it right out. Still got plenty of room for my knee. If I come through a drive-through, which I cannot see for nothing. You can't see that. Not very well anyways. But there it is. I wish my finger could go in there further, but I mounted this about as far back as I could. But it'll still work. If I was left-handed, it'd be great. But again, this is a left-handed holster for a right-handed shooter, so that I think that'll work good. And it's still got a pretty good hold to it. So, all right, y'all comment, rate. Let me know what you think. Thanks.